Hi everyone, welcome to vlog number one of my welding course. Today we turned up. There was a number of us there. I would say it was about 14 people, including me, of course. Could have been more, but it was definitely over a dozen. So we turned up, and I was waiting for a while. So I got myself something to eat, as you do, and the tutor came out and gave us all ID badges to access the college. So followed him into the engineering area, and we got some paperwork, and it's basically a rundown of what we're going to be doing. So it's a City and Guilds Level 1 Metal Inert Gas Practical Assessment Handbook. So in this book is, how many is it? 6 different things we need to do. So what I'll do is I'll quickly go through it so I can tell you exactly what it is we all have to do. If any of you out there have done City and Guilds in welding, you're more than welcome to comment below. But the first thing we need to do is we're going to be welding on 3mm flat steel and 3 bead welds within certain tolerances. So they've got to be 10mm in from the side, 10mm out from the edge when you finish your weld, and it's continuous instead of like when I've been working on the Cortina, being burst welding. This is different, the metal's thicker. So it's consistent bead all the way through and do 3 runs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and get some 3mm steel, and I'm going to practice doing this at home with my own equipment. The next one, I also talked about health and safety, that kind of thing, which is kind of straightforward really, it's not complicated. The next one would be a fillet weld, a lap fillet weld. So you've got 2 pieces of metal, or a horizontal plate resting on top of the other. So you've got, there we go, you've got 2 plates of metal, and the bead of weld goes along here, and you've got to have good penetration, etc. And all these pieces of welding will be subject to scrutiny. So they will be looking at the strength of it, penetration, and they will be testing it with tools and hammers and things to see if it breaks, because if it breaks, it's a fail. So it says here, material alignment, uniformity, undercut. So there's not a huge amount of coursework. It's mostly doing the welding, assessing the welding, and just answering questions. The next one is a T-fillet weld. Trying to remember exactly. Fillet weld on one side only. So I couldn't quite remember exactly how he meant with this, because you've got the T piece there, but the arrow's pointing to here. But it'll probably make sense when I see it. T fillet weld. So now, hang on. If you've got a flat piece and you've got a piece on top like that, you weld in the corner. That must be it. I did explain it, you know. I'm tired. It's been an interesting day going back to college. Same assessment criteria on each one. You get 45 minutes per job. But oh no, this is the fillet weld. So there we go. You've got a fillet weld on a T-piece. So weld in there all the way along. And it's got to be a consistent weld, and it's got to, you know, as before, good penetration, no cracks, no gas bubbles, because what they do is they cut it in half cut through the weld to see how good the penetration is. If it's just sat on top, it's a complete fail, because that can happen. No cavity or inclusion, that kind of thing. So if you've got a bit of wire stuck in it, it hasn't melted. But yeah, it's, from what I've already welded, I think it's not going to be too bad. Number 5 is when you've got 2 angled pieces and you need to fill in the corner, the exterior join. So you see that there? You see where that join is here, look, where they sit together. You've got to have a weld going all the way along the outer corner. So that's going to be interesting. Holding the materials together. So that's number 5. And oh, hang on, was it 5 total? Oh, sorry, number 6 is knowledge assessment. So actually 5 practical assessments and one's a knowledge assessment. Explain the underpinning knowledge requirements for the process of MIG oral knowledge test. So this course lasts 14 weeks, or 15 weeks, including tonight, which was just an induction really. So yeah, getting to meet the other people, look around the place, find out what's where, food, toilets, that kind of thing, fire exits, you know, finding out if he did say about we can do level 2 as well, but that's more in depth again. So I would like to do level 2, but it's going to be, I think that the spaces for level 2 fills up very quickly. So if I want to do that, I've got to get my name in quick. But I want to get this done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some steel and I'm going to practice and practice and practice on my own welder, as I said before. But anyway, that was what happened today at college. All we got really was just this, and we signed a document, signing my life away, for PPE, that kind of thing, health and safety, which is the norm. Anyway, thanks for watching my first vlog, and I will bring you another vlog next week. Good night.